It's the 25th of September today and I'm doing a recce in this woodland. Just doing a recce for autumn colours, which I don't think are going to be that long at all. I wanted to talk about something that happened to me recently, and I think it's something really worth discussing if you're a photographer or any kind of creator. And that is that sometimes you just need to back off a little bit, and that's the situation that I ended up in myself. So what happened with me, sort of around late summer I think, is I just suddenly realised that I wasn't getting particularly excited about some of the photography shoots that I was going out to do. And that's sort of like alarm bells really. So I absolutely love photography. I do other things. I'm not obsessed with that and photography and nothing else. But I've always enjoyed it. I've always had the passion ever since I first started taking pictures when I was a teenager. That's never really gone away. It felt quite different, which was quite worrying actually. And it's times like these where you just sometimes need to step back. And I think I realised what the problem was. I think I was just burnt out basically. Sometimes you just got to be honest with yourself. And I decided that I needed a complete break. So I actually put the camera down. I don't think I've ever done this as long as I've been a photographer, where I actually put the camera away and I didn't touch the camera for a week, maybe 2 weeks, probably a good 2 weeks really, where I didn't touch the camera at all. I can't remember ever doing that ever since I've been certainly a professional photographer. But that is not an easy thing to do. One of the things is you think you should be out working, you should be trying to generate income, all that kind of thing. So it's quite difficult to force yourself to take that break. But the reason I think it's so important why you have to do it is that as creators, whether you're a photographer or you're an artist, a sculptor, a writer, whatever it is, if you're a creator, your mental state is massively important. So in actual fact, I mean, I've been thinking about this a lot more lately, and what the best images are that I create. And I think really, you create your best stuff when you're going with feel and instinct. And to do that, you need to be in a good mental state. If you're not in a good mental state, it will affect your ability. So it kind of makes sense to take a break, to recharge, to put yourself in a more positive situation, a more positive state of mind. Don't think of it short term, think of it more long term. Think to yourself, if I don't take this break, this is going to have a negative effect on me. It's going to be counterproductive for me to keep going. And it's like anything, sometimes you just need to step back, take a break from it. You'll recharge, you'll come back stronger, you'll come back better, and you'll have that drive to create again. So one of the things that I did do was spend a week in Sherwood Forest, myself and my partner, so we stayed there for a week. Now I did take the camera, and here's the thing, you don't necessarily need to have a complete break from something. So I think I took the camera out once in the entire week, but I chose to just shoot purely for me and nobody else. So that made a huge difference. Took away those pressures of trying to take images that might be more saleable. And when you do something just completely for yourself, it is very different. and I think that helps to get the creative juices flowing. So you've always got to try and make time to do something purely for you and for nobody else. And this was actually a beautiful time of year to be there. Some of the autumn colours were just starting to come through. Lots of clusters of fruits on the trees. And it was just really nice and still, peaceful, calm. I think it definitely helped me to reconnect with nature, to look at those little details, to see those things that sometimes we just walk past. And some of the conifers in Sherwood are just absolutely fantastic. Just huge swathes of conifer trees. I actually ended up producing one of my most favourite images from the last couple of months in Sherwood Forest. And again, it wasn't something I specifically went looking for. I just really came across it, decided it was going to work well, just tried to make the most of it, just tried to create an image that I was happy with. And with this particular image, I just absolutely love the colour on the trees and the way the soft light's hitting it from the side. It just created an absolutely wonderful natural pattern, and it's one of those images that just makes my eye linger, and that's always a sign for me that it's a good one. So what I would say is, if you do work in the creative field, if you feel like you're a bit burnt out, you're just not feeling too creative, don't be afraid to take a break. Nothing to be ashamed of. And it's very, very likely that it will actually do you more good than harm. And sometimes you've just got to remind yourself why you do what it is that you do. You can get so caught up in the technicalities of it, the commercial side of it. You sometimes lose sight of why you actually do it in the first place. Sometimes you just need to go back to that. And it may only take, sometimes it only takes a little reminder. And trust me, when you remind yourself of that, why it is you love it so much, you'll love it even more. Thanks for watching the video. A bit different this one. If you haven't subscribed, please do click on the subscribe button. Also, if you want to make sure you see new videos, make sure you click that bell icon, because that gives you notifications. If you don't click that, I don't think you get those notifications. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.